back to another What I Eat in a Week. I am starting out the day in the sunshine, even though it does look, it is. It doesn't just look, it is definitely cloudy and overcast, but it doesn't matter because the sun is still there and those early morning rays are so important for hormone production. So that is the first thing that I do in the morning, and now it is time to make breakfast. So I always focus for breakfast on getting 10 grams of protein. No, sorry. 10 grams of fiber and 30 grams of protein. For many years, I used to skip breakfast, and I no longer do that because one of the biggest things that has helped my hormones is balancing my blood sugar. And I did not realize that if I didn't eat to balance my blood sugar in the morning, that my body was going to do it for me. And that requires the body using cortisol and breaking down amino acids. I feel so much more energized. I don't have those energy dips and crashes throughout the day. And my hormones are in range for the first time in 10 years. So I also start the day with my Acerola cherry and my element pack, my grapefruit element pack. You know, I love that for my electrolytes. That is a great way to really get hydrated and get in vitamin C. So I did my 10,000 steps, and then I needed some more hydration after my workout. And so I just simply add in a little bit of Celtic salt, some lemon, and then coconut water powder. And that's going to give me those electrolytes. So I'm always trying to add in things into my water. It makes me feel so much better. Now I'm going to whip up a strawberry matcha. I don't measure any of this at this point. I just throw in the strawberries, some lemon juice, and then the coconut sugar, and let it kind of boil, simmer down. And then I'm whipping up my matcha. This is my favorite thing in the whole world. I threw in a couple scoops of the Armor Colostrum. I use the Peak Sun Goddess matcha. It is the best. And then I threw in a scoop of collagen to add that protein, put in the strawberry mixture on the bottom, added my milk, pour in my matcha, and you have the yummiest thing that your taste buds will ever drink. And then I sipped on my strawberry matcha in the afternoon sun, which is so incredible. Actually, exposing your stomach is very, very good for your gut. It's very nourishing to your gut. So I laid outside. I had some leftover pre-made chicken salad. I love to meal prep this. And then just some fruit. Dark cherries are so good also for the gut, feeding that good bacteria. Clementines, more vitamin C. And then these dates are so good. I love them. It's like candy. They're stuffed with hazelnut butter, 10 out of 10. Chef Bo is coming in hot for dinner tonight, literally coming in hot. The shepherd's pie looks amazing. Good job. That looks absolutely incredible. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Bo, come on. That is so good. Are you kidding me? I'm done cooking. I'm done. That's incredible.
I love shepherd's pie, huh?
Yeah. When you have a chef cooking it. How did you make the potatoes that good? Wow. I'm extremely impressed.
You think this is the best you ever had?
I think it is.
I just really made sure that those veggies were cooked.
Under the stars, you pack up your car, 'cause you're going far away from here.
Like I said in my last one, if it's not broken, I don't fix it. I had my egg wrap with some skyr yogurt and lots of fruit. Hit that. The goal is always 10 grams of fiber and 30 grams of protein. I went and did a weight training class. That's the only clip that I got. It's so hard to film in there because usually I'm standing. Lunch and dinner, I literally had leftover shepherd's pie for, yes, both lunch and dinner. If it's easy, I'm gonna do it in this season because I've been working on the cookbook and all the other things that I'm working on for you. So very easy. The next day we had a nice early morning breakfast out to celebrate some really exciting things happening. So I went and got a gluten-free breakfast burrito with eggs, and they had this delicious, I got a vanilla latte because they had this cold foam that I wanted to try. It was so fabulous. Leftover chicken salad again for life. And you know I had to make a strawberry matcha too after my latte because I am getting those polyphenols in. And then Bo made dinner, and this was so amazing. I try to eat seafood 3 to 4 times a week for preconception health to get all those trace minerals. So the green beans and the potatoes and the shrimp just cooked in a little bit of butter and garlic was such a hit. Oh my gosh, I finally restocked my superfood honey. It's so good for breakfast. I had a yogurt bowl. My dream summer breakfast is a white peach with skyr yogurt. It's so good. For lunch, leftover chicken salad. I am eating it all week. And some the hazelnut butter on a banana for potassium. And dinner was grass-fed steak with some green beans and local roasted potatoes that Bo made. Bo is really coming in hot. I'm gonna have to start filming him making dinner. But anyway, the next day, again, my dream summer breakfast is a nice ripe white peach, and then I even threw on some raspberries for more fiber on top of that protein-rich skyr, and I just did extra skyr because then I couldn't reach the 30 grams that way. So that's just what I felt like having. And then of course, my strawberry matcha. Peak Sun Goddess matcha is literally my favorite. And of course I had to top my yogurt bowl with the superfood honey and add my armra in there. This is my dream breakfast. Hello, my friend. We are gonna make my progesterone punch, and I honestly might make another matcha because it's just, you can never have too many matchas in a day. But I'm gonna make my little progesterone punch. I got my grapefruit element, and then I'm gonna add my acerola cherry. And this week, I know I've been doing like a what I eat in a week, but I was thinking about it. I haven't really been doing elaborate recipes. I've been eating the same thing for lunch every single day. You know, like I have been seriously just allowing my nutrition to be easy and simple. And I was thinking about that because I was like, oh, you know, there's always this part of me that wants to like show fun new recipes and make something new so that you can have something new to try and something new to do. And you know what I mean? But I realized, and I gotta get these out of here because this is like blocking me. But I realized basically that let your nutrition work for you. In whatever season of life that you are in, I hope this actually can be a reminder that you can be very realistic and you can eat the same thing for lunch every single day. You know, you don't have to make a fancy, big, elaborate, even dinner, whatever. Bo's been cooking dinner so much, which has been amazing because I've been working on so many different projects. But I hope more than anything that this reminds you, you can be extremely strategic with your nutrition and keep it very simple too. All that being said, let's make a matcha because I will tell you something. If there is one thing that I saw the biggest difference in my cells, in my ovulation specifically, it was including polyphenols, and one of the highest sources that really can't even be touched by anything else is matcha. Matcha is so high in these polyphenols that act like antioxidants that help protect the cell. And remember, we want to be protecting the cell from things that can harm the cell. And that's the thing. If you're having mold, that's the thing. Tea, something that's grown outside, mold can easily and does easily, very easily get on. Oh, that's why a lot of people have, if you've heard of like mold-free coffee beans, well, it's the same thing with matcha. So this is mold-free, it is pesticide-free, it is the purest matcha. Peak matcha is my absolute favorite. It is for that reason. Pour in our milk, and polyphenols not only protect the cell, but they feed this good bacteria in our gut called Akkermansia. And Akkermansia is absolutely essential for helping our body to process sugar. And let me tell you something. I was doing all the right things. I was eating protein, I was working out, I was doing all the right things, but I could not get my blood sugar under control. And it wasn't until I started feeding the Akkermansia with the polyphenols and prebiotics that it actually changed my body, and my body was able to handle blood sugar better. So if you're struggling and you're not ovulating and you're not figuring out why you can't get a handle on your blood sugar, maybe you're doing all the things, all the right things, don't forget that everything really comes down to the gut, to the healthy cells of our gut, because then that's gonna affect the cells in every other part of our body. So it pretty much is amazing. I could talk about this for days because this is what worked for me. This is what changed my life, and I will never, ever not share what changed my life, because if something as simple as a matcha latte every single day is going to directly help my blood sugar regulation, ovulation, progesterone production, hormone production, I feel better, I feel more calm, it's feeding those good gut bugs, I'm tolerating and able to handle all of the fuel that my body needs to function properly, to have energy. If all of that is coming, and it is, from a single thing of matcha, I'm gonna drink it every single day. I am gonna drink it every single day. And it's delicious. Sometimes I just look at God and I'm like, you know, things didn't have to be this way. We didn't have to have delicious matcha lattes, delicious strawberry matcha lattes that we sip on all summer. We didn't have to have it be so good for us, but it is, and it's delicious, and I will never not sing its praise. I seriously wish that you can come over and we could just sip strawberry matchas all day, but you can use the link in my description box. You're gonna get 15% off of your Peak Matcha, the Sun Goddess Matcha, to give yourselves those polyphenols to fuel cellular health and just nourish your body and nourish your taste buds, because it's absolutely delicious. And I'm so excited that they are giving you another coupon code. So you're gonna get 15% off of your order. You can just use that link in my description box. That was literally so good. I'm gonna go get my 10,000 steps in right now. And I've been feeling a lot better with just doing 2 times a week of strength training and then just really getting my steps in every single day. Okay, so because I didn't have eggs for breakfast this morning, I made them for my post-workout. I love these wraps. You always see me use them. They have 200 milligrams of potassium, which is a ton of potassium, and they have 4 grams of fiber, which is a lot of fiber. Even a couple grams of protein. They're delicious. And I totally forgot about this combination. It is one of my favorite things. It's not very beautiful looking. I did a little bit of sour cream and hot sauce on top, but then I did eggs. I love to put some chives and then Parmigiano Reggiano in there. Oh, and I added avocado. But that's my post-workout. Bo.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Barbecue sauce is really good too.
Mm-hmm. Did you use the sweet chili and barbecue?
I use the barbecue, it's a little bit more thicker. The sweet chili is kind of a little more watery.
I think I like this one. I'm off to weight train this morning, so I ran out of my yogurt, but I made 3 egg burrito with my strawberry matcha latte. Collagen and armor colostrum added in there.
I was so tangled, but I'm finding my way out of the puzzle. And baby, maybe you're a little tangled too. 'Cause you've been
Saturday post-workout, I'm gonna attempt to make some chicken patties, basically. This is the Wild Planet organic roasted chicken breast. Okay, there is so much protein in here. Avocado oil mayo. Maybe like 1/8 of a cup of Parmigiano Reggiano. Really good source of vitamin K, fat-soluble vitamins. Lemon juice, zest. This is an amazing source of vitamin K as well. I love parsley. Okay, here it is. Bo said that it tastes like the McDonald's, which I honestly can't remember how that tastes, but like the mustard sauce, right, babe?
Yeah, the honey mustard.
The honey mustard, okay. But it looks so beautiful. Honestly, this is a beautiful plate of food. I'm so excited. That is so good. That is so good. And I love a local grapefruit. Probably have a banana with some of this afterwards too. So, okay, Bo literally just made the most delicious, amazing looking dinner. These green beans, I had a little taste of one. 10 out of 10. This rice is actually pre-cooked rice from the day before, so it actually has prebiotic benefits to it. Some local grass-fed meat, and this is actually how I like to get the organ meats in. It has the heart, which is extremely rich in CoQ10. Very, very powerful, very important for preconception health. And then liver, which has all of those B vitamins, incredibly high in vitamin A. Iron, which is especially important, especially as I'm at the end of my period. Really great usable form of iron because there's copper in there, which helps with iron metabolism. And then of course the green beans. I mean, this is just a really easy, healthy dinner, but that's the thing. It doesn't have to be super fancy to be incredibly nourishing. I'm telling you, this sauce is the best sauce. The sweet chili sauce from the Date Lady is so good, and it's super high in potassium. Like, it's not like, you know, hundreds and hundreds of milligrams of potassium, but for a little sauce, that's a lot of potassium, and it adds up. Potassium adds up, and if you can get that amount from a sauce, that's a win for me. Okay, Bo needs to teach a class on how to cook green beans because these are the best green beans I've ever had. How did you make these so good?
Yeah, and then I used up all the green beans, which was a lot, kind of overwhelmed the pan, so I was like, shut the lid on it, kind of let it get steamy and hot in there, and kind of loosen up the green beans and just kind of cook it like that.
What seasoning? Is this garlic?
I used, of course, salt, cracked some pepper, and then I did garlic on top of it, sprinkled it.
That's it. Oh, good grief. That is phenomenal. Look at these beautiful flowers I got from the Saturday market. So cute. Sunday, another same old, but so good. I'm not sick of it. I love it. It's just a little egg wrap in my Siete burrito, and then egg wrap in my Siete burrito. Eggs wrapped in a Siete wrap that makes a burrito. Okay. And then, and some fruit in my strawberry matcha. But then for dinner, I'm doing a crock pot meal because there's nothing better than that on a Sunday. So I did a local lamb shank that I bought at the farmer's market the previous day. And I just did some cumin and garlic, salt and pepper, a little bit of, I think thyme, and threw in some bone broth. And then I just put that on low for 7 hours and let it cook so that dinner was done. I went and got a workout in and did my 10,000 steps. And then I made the best protein shake with half a cup of frozen cherries, half a cup of frozen blueberries, my favorite Equip protein, and then a little bit of cacao, and then really just some water and like a splash of milk, and so full of antioxidants, protein, great post-workout. This was a butterfly pea flour lemonade. I added in half a teaspoon of butterfly pea flour powder. That's a lot to say. Some local honey, squeezed in some fresh lemon, and then added in a little bit of apple cider vinegar. This kind of tasted like I made my own kombucha. Like, it was so delicious. I'm actually craving it looking at it. We have a local grass-fed lamb shank that we slow cooked, and then we soaked the rice in some water and then a splash of apple cider vinegar, and that helps to properly prepare the rice and make it just easier to digest and absorb the nutrients. And then some frozen peas that we cooked up, so lots of good fiber. And then one of my favorite things ever from Trader Joe's, pepper jelly from Trader Joe's. They only have it during the holidays, but I purchase it in bulk in advance so that I can open a fresh jar and it's nice and fresh, but it's so delicious on the lamb. So that is our dinner tonight. I hope you enjoyed this What I Eat in a Week. I had to share this with you. Okay, listen, I think Tana, I just love watching your videos. They are so comforting and I always learn so much. That makes me so happy. In the past month, I finally started doing matcha daily, and I finally have temperatures above 98 in my luteal phase. I cannot wait to see your recipe collection. I know it's going to be so full of nourishment. I get so excited. This is exactly how I feel when I read your comments and I read things like that and I hear how much something that I mentioned, something that's helped me so much, is helping you. I just cannot believe it. It is so amazing what happens when we really give our body nourishment. It's incredible. It's incredible to watch how our bodies respond. So I'm so excited for you, and thank you for sharing that with me. I couldn't be more excited if you can't tell. So matcha is so amazing. It has been so life-changing for me. Seriously, as simple as a little matcha a day, I really just was really missing those polyphenols, and how powerful of that antioxidant power that the matcha has. It's just incredible. And then feeding that good bacteria. Remember when I did my GI map, that was a big deal. That was really a huge moment for me in my health, in my hormones, when I did my GI map, because that showed me that my body had really, like, basically no Akkermansia, this specific kind of bacteria in your gut. And when I saw that, then I dug into it and I was like, well, what is that? What does that mean? And come to find out, I started learning about that little good bug, and it helps modulate our blood sugar, and it really makes such a big difference in how our cells use energy, aka glucose. And so when our body can't utilize glucose, when cells, again, it comes down to the cell, when cells can't utilize glucose well, maybe if it's from a gut imbalance or, not enough good bugs, not enough of the good Akkermansia, I found myself like eating enough protein, eating enough fiber, doing all the right things, but I could not get a handle on my blood sugar. And until I started feeding that Akkermansia, and when I learned that one of its favorite things is polyphenols daily, specifically daily polyphenols. It's the combination of two. It's consistent, and being consistent with what? The polyphenols. It's both of those things that it really has completely changed my life as well. I had the best ovulation ever after that, and my body has just continued to improve. Now I can't believe I'm at a 9.6 with my progesterone. Like, it is incredible. I will never stop sharing what has helped me, and it makes me over the moon excited. Love Peak Matcha so much. And I love that I got to share with you a week of meals. Again, a very realistic week as I've just been working on all the things, the upcoming like cookbook, recipe guide, and even the program for blood chemistry for you. There's a lot coming, even the podcast. I just have so much that I'm doing, so lots of behind the scenes and just a simple week of nourishment yet again. And it really doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be perfect. And like I said, even recently, like perfectionism really is the thing that I find can just creep up and hinder us in so many different areas, even like our nutrition, you know, even for me with my protein, I wasn't getting 100 grams right away. I just started trying, and every day I'd try and I try. And now it's easy daily to eat enough protein, but it didn't come naturally, you know. The last thing I'll say is we don't rise to, you know, our expectations. We fall to the level of our training. And so if we can train ourselves daily, imperfectly and consistently to show up, that is where our baseline is going to be. That's what we're going to be doing day in and day out. You know, we're not just going to magically rise to the occasion and start eating enough protein and fiber and all these things. That wasn't me. I didn't do that. It's always about baby steps and just doing it imperfectly. So I hope that can help you. And then don't forget, link will be in the description. You can get 15% off of your Peak Matcha, the best matcha ever. I love that they triple screen for all those toxins, no mold, no pesticides, none of those things that are gonna hurt the cell, and only the things that are gonna nourish the cell. All those polyphenols, give me all the polyphenols. Peak is the best, my favorite matcha, and it tastes so good. Oh my gosh, I could literally drink strawberry matchas all day long. I love you so much. Link will be in the description box, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.